Welcome, Michael.
Thanks, great to be here.
Yeah. So I guess let's just start from the top. What exactly is machine intelligence, according to Michael O'Rourke?
So I think about machine intelligence as being the digitizing of cognitive functions. So think about things humans do, now machines doing. In fact, things that we generally think only humans can do, traditionally, now machines are able to do.
So, and then, I guess, is that the same as artificial intelligence, or is it completely different, or what would you say?
Yeah, we, for a while, we're using artificial intelligence, that term, and we're thinking, well, that kind of has the connotation that the intelligence that we're building into our applications is fake or not real in some way. And we're like, it's quite real. These are intelligence applications. They just happen to be coming from a machine instead of human. So we thought machine intelligence is more applicable.
Okay, I got it. So then, I guess, give us kind of the backdrop a little bit. So, Nasdaq has always been, quite at the forefront of trying to get into interesting new emerging technologies and so forth. So when it comes to like machine intelligence, it's not just a buzzword. There's actually a lot of applicability there for us. Where does Nasdaq come into with all this? Like, why is our interest in machine intelligence? Like, what are we doing as an exchange, a data provider, tech provider, et cetera?
Sure. I think of this quote from Andrew Ng, where he says, AI is the new electricity. And I think he's quite right in that artificial intelligence or machine intelligence is really changing every industry in a pretty serious way. And so Nasdaq, as a technology company, really has taken that and said, all right, we're going to look into exactly how we can capitalize on this. And then we have in the last year and a half, we've put out several applications using machine intelligence technology.
Mm-hmm. So are you, and then kind of in your role in particular, because you're more or less looking across the company on different projects, or how does, because you have a team as well, like how does that work exactly?
That's right. So whenever you have like a scarce resource in the market where it's really hard to acquire great talent, you want to try to pool that and concentrate that at different business lines as opposed to having it distributed. So think about it like when mobile came out and there were like very few mobile developers. And so if you wanted to now add mobile enable your business, you really had to have a mobile group and then implement that in each of the business lines. Now, as that's become ubiquitous and there's more mobile developers, now it becomes distributed. Those guys go into the different business lines and it becomes part of business as usual. Mm-hmm. And so I suspect we'll see some of that with machine intelligence as well. But right now, we're really trying to attract the best talent possible and concentrate that talent at the very biggest opportunities that we have within the company across all business lines.
Mm-hmm. So I guess, I mentioned the business lines. So where are we at right now? I guess we've got a couple different projects out there that we've announced publicly, but I guess maybe talk us through a few different ones that you see being kind of indicative of where
there's three major areas where we're implementing machine intelligence. First, within surveillance, within the Smarts application, using that to classify alerts, kind of like a smart alert classifier, as well as find new illicit activities in the market. Mm-hmm. We found applicability in our data business, and we launched Trading Insights and the Nasdaq Analytics Hub, which uses deep learning and alternative data in order to provide insights for trading and investing. And then the third is within our corporate services division, where we're using that in the IR space in order to give advisors better information about shareholder positions.
Okay, so I guess, just amongst those three, it sounds like essentially the machine intelligence is helping human decision making. So there's kind of a complement between the two. It's not like the machines are just doing their own thing and we've checked out from it. It seems it's actually we're still doing the decision making. This is just helping the process a bit more for us. Is that?
Yeah, you think of this as a tool, on your tool belt, where if I have a process, once I can digitize that process, you can scale it exponentially. Mm-hmm. And so a lot of the processes that we have are human processes. And so by being able to take this technology, digitize that, you can then scale that and offer it more broadly. Mm-hmm. So that's really what we're trying to do, is implement that in each of the business lines. So in corporate solutions or corporate services, there's a lot of things that advisors are doing day to day, and these are human tasks, which we can then accelerate, and they can focus more on, all right, now how do I interpret that data as opposed to how can I generate that data?
Okay, I see. So, okay, I guess maybe, and then just looking a little more towards the future, I mean, where do you, I don't know, I guess it's kind of throwing it out there, like in the next, 6 to 12 months, I mean, you see kind of new areas where you might want to be exploring machine intelligence, or is there anything that you can kind of let us in on?
Sure, I feel like we're really just at the precipice of this, because the technology is really compounding, right? It's like, once I use the machine intelligence in order to create this data set, then I can take that and build new products on top of it. So for instance, if you use machine intelligence in order to take unstructured data, say you want to read 10Ks, 10Qs, and then turn that into, structure that data,
right.
You could use that technology there. But now once I have that and it's digitized, I can use that to now make predictions on that data. So it's really, compounding technology, and I feel like we're really just at the beginning of being able to use that. As far as Nasdaq and applications, we're seeing, a lot of new use cases come out in the area of risk. We think there's probably use cases within clearing as well. And then certainly there's a huge opportunity for market technology clients, where as we implement this for all of our businesses, those then become solutions we can offer for market tech.
Interesting. Okay, great. Well, thank you so much for talking to us.
Thanks. It's great to be here.
Rewrite tomorrow.